Hey, Southern Cal. Hey, Jeff. How are you? Hey, Carol Bell. Hey, Nita. How is everybody? Chocobo. Hello. Well, Carrie sent me that amplifier for my phone, so I'm going to try it out tonight. I'm not going to be on real late because tomorrow I go to look at the property. We have to leave here at 8:30 in the morning. Jeff and Jeff. There you go. Hi, Carrie. Well, you just missed the coyotes. I was going to try, but anyway. Hey, Brian. So what I'm going to do is, no, it's not on yet. I figured what I do is I'll go ahead and while we're talking and you're listening, then I'll go ahead and plug it in and you guys can tell me if you see if you hear a difference, okay? So we're testing 1, 2, 3. And now I'll put this thing in. Hold on. It's not that easy. Hold on a second. I can't see anything. Okay. Hi, Tim. All right, so is there any different? Hi, Shane. Hey, country girl. Can you hear any difference? You can? No difference? Yes, no, yes, no. Carrie, can you hear a difference? It's cleaner? Okay. No hiss? Well, hey, Pappy. Happy birthday to you. Try turning up volume. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, volume is up 100%. Now, what do you think? Is it better? Happy birthday to you. It's Pappy's birthday. And tomorrow's my son's birthday, too. Hey, Frank. It's clearer. Okay. Thank you very much, Carrie. Appreciate it. Now I'm kind of wondering, well, figures the coyotes are gone now. They'll come back. But let's see. Hey, Rayetta, how are you, sweetie? But let's see what happens as far as noise. You've got a parade going on? Okay, so now with this amplifier, do I have to lower my voice? Talking like this is okay, or is it too loud? Hey, sis. Okay, so don't get real close to it. And let me go ahead and whistle and see what happens, okay? Give me a thumbs up if you heard what I said. I don't want to whistle and have you guys get your eardrums blown out. It's not like a whistle loud anyway. Yeah, I do have the microphone. Thank you very much, Carrie. Appreciate it. All right, ready? Ouch. It sounds better. Well, you are. You are Bigfoot Odyssey. Hey, pizza. Anyway, okay, good. Perfect. Now, I didn't put that little fuzzy thing on the end of it because I don't have enough room between my window and the screen to do that with. Well, that is cool. Now, maybe you guys will be able to hear the talking if you put your earbuds in, and now with this microphone, it might be easier for you, some of you guys, to hear what we hear out here at night. But it's a shame. Now, I'll come back tomorrow night, and I'll stay up all night with you guys. But tonight, like I said, I'm going to go to bed early because I got to get up. And I talked to Chuck today, that's the realtor, and you know what he did? Oh, he made me so mad. I want to pull my hair out. He said, oh, I got a great DM story for you. And I was like, okay. And he goes, but I'll tell you tomorrow. I said, no, tell me now. He goes, no. He goes, all right, I'll call you. So he calls me, and I said, well, tell me the DM story. He goes, no. He goes, I'll tell you that tomorrow. And I said, Chuck. And he started laughing. He goes, you're going to love this. Oh, my gosh. So I'm going to ask him if I can record him tomorrow when he tells the story, and I'll play it back for you. I'll take my little recorder with me. Hey, Matt, aren't you out and about? I can't wait. Okay, thank you very much, Bigfoot Odyssey, for your donation. No, it doesn't involve this property. He's all over Oklahoma. I mean, he sells property all over Oklahoma, so I don't know where he got the information from or where he got the story from, but I'll find out tomorrow. I'm so excited. Are you working, Carrie? Yeah, I got to be right back too. I don't know if you guys can see it. You probably can't. But you see that down there? See the light on? Yeah, Carrie's awesome. He's the mom. Anyways, I gotta go get my husband to close the garage door because, oops, sorry, because my grandson left it open. Ew, turtle. I'll be right back. Monkey rugrat. Oh my gosh. It's almost Christmas time, guys. Hey, Michael. Hey, Ramona. There goes the garage door. Well, maybe. Something's stopping it. Hey, Big Rob. Okay, so we have the new... You can't find it, baby? We have the new microphone on, and I'm hoping that it helps. So far, everybody said it sounds clearer. Garage door going down. Yay! Oh my gosh, yesterday and today, the bass, I mean, oh my gosh, they sounded, I don't know if they were using dynamite. Yeah. But this whole house rattled, and I mean, it shook to the foundation. What's that? heck was that? That was just downright freaky noise. Cool. Then tell me what that noise just was. Yeah, they're digging underground, Rieta. What was it, Martha? Do you know? Can somebody go back and listen and tell me what that was? Oh, yeah, Tim. That moan goes on, that mournful howl goes on for a long time. I mean, it's long. If they bomb again, this phone's gonna fall right off its pedestal. We're testing the new microphone, Barry. Hello. Hello to all my lurkers. Now I hear plane. You know, and they said we're testing the microphone. Did you hear it, Brian? It was just really weird. And there's a little place in the back where I can put my headphones, but I don't think the phone will be able to stand up where it's at if I do that. I just think you guys are going to be able to hear my stomach more. I'm going to have to say, nope, that's my stomach. Nope, that's my stomach. I won't be able to read it then. Hey, baby cakes. I'm doing well tonight. Thank you. Okay, well, I have it up to 100%, and I am probably 8 inches away from the microphone. Welcome back, Bill. I just didn't want to talk too loud. I wanted you to be able to hear the background noise. I mean, that's the whole reason we got the microphone, right? Hello, Donna. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, it's cold. Hey, who's here? I'm glad it's clear, and I'm glad you guys can hear it. Oh, I see a car coming. It's only 8:41, so it can't be my daughter-in-law. Excuse me. I got a tickle in my throat. Here comes a vehicle. Hey, Shane. Oh, I don't know what it is. Sorry. I had a horrible tickle in my throat all of a sudden by the window. Ew. Probably all that smoke out there. Someone's burning something besides oak. Oh, yeah. Now my nose. Oh, yeah. I don't know what they're burning, but no, I don't smoke weed. I love Bose speakers. I got a horrible, horrible tickle. I just got whiff of that smoke. I mean, I smelled it when I first opened the window, but it smelled good. Okay, baby cakes. No, you can tell it's someone's fireplace, but see, that's the military again. Now you guys heard it. They're shooting. And that could be that smell too. Because doesn't that sound like a flamethrower? I bet you 10 to 1 that's what they're doing. And that's what that smell is. Man, it just instantly got my throat. Yep. So here we go. Yeah, the buzzing noise is probably my computer. I can shut my computer down so you don't hear the buzzing noise, but you're still going to hear the refrigerator. But I hear the planes going over, and you guys just heard the bass, whatever they're doing. Oh, good grief, Ramona. A grass fire? It's not even dry. Or is it dry by you? Yeah, I will, Tim. Especially me walking around. Of course, I can't go live, but I'll go ahead and my phone will be up and I'll go ahead and take a video and then post it when I get home. Oh, okay, Ramona. Ooh, that sounds good, Brian. I'm looking to see if I can see anything above the treetops. I'll tell you what, if they do that TNT or that bombing, it's going to scare you guys right out of your socks. It is so loud. Oh my goodness, Ramona, that's crazy. All right, hold on a second. I gotta go put you guys on video. Hey, Chris. Okay. Now I gotta get my blanket on. Oh, I love when I do that. Homemade rubs are great. You can dehydrate your lemon, your lime, all of your spices, dehydrate them, mix them together. Oh my goodness. Use your mortar and pestle and make a great rub out of it. Hey, last week it was beans. Everybody wanted beans after we were talking about it. And usually we have to blame Tim. Tim's the one who talks about food. Here's another bad part about this amplifier, guys, or this microphone, is when my battery starts to go down, I have to pull the microphone out and recharge the battery because it goes in the same port. Hey, Doodle. Until I can get an adapter. I think they sell adapters, don't they, for that? Where you can do, I don't know. I am so tech unsavvy. Off and on, off and on, off and on, baby cakes. One day at a time. Beans are squirrel heads. Tim, you're funny. Anyways, this should prove to be very interesting if I put you guys on the back window. Or I won't be able to close the window. You know what I'm saying? If I put you on the side of the house, I won't be able to use this microphone because you won't be able to close the window. It is just a little bit wider than from the screen to the window if I close it. Unless I just stuck the phone outside. Hey, Lane. How are you, hon? Yeah. Well, I did last time. Well, that's good to hear, Lane. Yeah, I was talking to Nita the other day about Lucas. Remember her friend's son that's missing, and praying and praying and praying that he's found before Christmas. That's one prayer. Chev is another prayer. He's been having some bad headaches. Shane and his wife, Tony and his wife. Yeah, sugar doesn't like your body. I mean, you might like sugar, but it doesn't like you much. It does a lot of damage. Ooh, what's down there? A kitty kitty. I see a kitty kitty. Here, kitty kitty kitty. Well, now I'm just waiting for them to do a little bit more of their training across the way here. That's a motorcycle. Yeah, I want to hear that noise again, too. Sarah, you can come in. Sarah? Child wants cheese. Hey, that's all right. It's fine. I know I go on usually really late, so, normal people are in bed. It's just really good when we can sit out here when everybody else is asleep. Oh, that'll happen. No, I'm not normal, Frank. Okay, Ramona. Yeah, some people go to sleep and then wake up to laughing or whistling or screaming or something. I don't know, Chris. There is no normal here. But I don't think I'll take my camera. I think I'll use my phone tomorrow when we go. I get better pictures. I'm going to go out and talk to them first while my husband talks to Chuck, to the realtor. I'm going to go out in the woods and see if I can't get any interaction. Okay. Planes overhead. I didn't see what Pappy said. I missed it. I'm sorry. I was looking in the sky. There were 3 of the big ones last night. Yeah, it's overrated. That's true. Hey, Belle. What the heck? Did you hear that? It sounded like something sneezed. No, it sounded like something sneezed. Yeah, normal's no fun. Ooh. I have secret spices too. No, don't switch to Otis, Frank, please. He's cooking pork chops with his own special rub on it. What is, we mean, who is Otis? Otis is when Frank is drinking and he decides to get either silly or mean, right, Frank? Well, it depends. Are you going to get silly or mean? If you're going to get silly, then okay. Hi, Belle. Okay, we can handle silly. I mean, of course, we're missing some of our silly guys tonight, so we can handle silly, can't we, guys? Okay, Lane. I don't know. All I can think of when he says Otis is Milo and Otis. When the frog's going, Otis, 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 Otis. Oh, he did, huh? I gotta go tell Sarah that she can have her cheese. All right, listen. You hear the drone? Here it comes. Okay, the drone's coming, guys. All right, I gotta go tell Sarah she can have cheese. I'll be right back. grapes on the floor.
It wasn't me.
You gave it to the dog, didn't you? All right, hurry up, take it. Go away.
I'm trying. I can't cut it.
Just take it. Bring it back later.
I got it.
Okay. Oh my gosh, it's cold. I turned that heater on, but it's too noisy. You, Otis, you are not getting a wrench. Oh my goodness, when was the last time I had gooseberries? I haven't had them since I was a kid. Oh yeah. But the sad part is I have to go to bed early tonight. Otherwise, I won't be able to get up at 8:30 in the morning, especially if I go to bed at 4. I'm excited. I am absolutely excited. I'm actually, I'm actually more, hi Badger, more excited about hearing the DM story than I am looking at the property. 5 a.m., you gotta get up? Oh my goodness. Okay, tell Frost we said hello and goodbye. Good night. Hey Rod, how are you? Yeah, usually when the base is really active, we get a lot of activity here. They're either watching them or they take off. It depends on what they're doing. They're flame throwing tonight, so I wouldn't doubt we'd have activity tonight, and it would figure, wouldn't it? You get up at 3:30? Man, I'm going to bed about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Otis. Oh my goodness, you're bad. Hey, the other Barry. Welcome back, Elaine. Welcome back, sis. Oh, it just depends. Sometimes I can go to bed at 4 o'clock and get up at 9 or 10, and sometimes I don't go to bed till 9 or 10 and get up at noon or 1. I don't have a schedule. I go to bed when I'm tired and I get up when I'm not. Hey, Patrick. How are you? Well, there's 2 berries, so I can either say BB or BL. Oh my goodness, Lane, what happened? No, honestly, Jeff, I wish I had a schedule again. Here comes the planes again. Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be activity tonight. Dag nabbit. I rarely sleep. I might get a cat nap for a few hours, but only when I don't feel good is when I sleep. Otherwise, I'm hyper. I bounce off walls. I make coffee tired. Hey, Miss Nala. Are you in Oklahoma yet? And how's your daughter? You're getting a CPAP on Monday? Is that why you don't sleep well, Jeff? I used to love watching hockey. I haven't watched it in a long time. Don't have a TV. Probably, Well, you need to do yourself a favor, Jeff, and use the peroxide therapy, which will help you, but CPAP, yeah, there's a lot of people that have sleep apnea and don't even realize it. Yeah, the first few months are really hard, Nala. I've been there, done that. Chemo about knocked me off my pedestal. I mean, seriously, it knocked everything out of me for quite a while. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize they're apneic. But if you're not sleeping well, it's the first thing I would check for is apnea. My husband has sleep apnea. Oh, I would love that, Brian. You hear them flying over the base? Yeah, I know, Nala. I did the same thing. I was 98 pounds when I was done. It's all part of it. It's what she eats afterwards that's going to make a big difference. Juicing, I will tell you right now, invest in a juicer because that's something that'll bring her back up, after all this chemo's done. Because I refused. I mean, they kept me in the hospital for 10 days because I just couldn't eat. I was just so tiny. Now, my normal weight before my cancer was 140, about 140 pounds, and I was 98 pounds. I was wearing a kid size 12. I lost a lot of weight. But they got me eating ice cream and cereal. But let me tell you, the juicer, it was it. Cool. That will really help her a lot, Nala. She will get used to so many things. The less her stomach has to do, the better off she'll be. Because honestly, it takes work. When you eat, it actually takes work. It takes energy. So when you juice, man, you just get the nutrients right away. It's really early, guys. I don't know if we'll have any activity early. We may. But like I said, yeah, bone broth, true. Yeah, you have to have, I can give you a whole list of stuff that you can juice for her, but if you go to any place that says, after chemo, they'll tell you bone broth, but they'll also tell you all the vitamins that you'll get with all the certain vegetables and fruits that you can juice, and you want to stay away from any sugars whatsoever. I mean, any sugar. Okay, I won't be here, Patrick. I'm getting off early because I'm going to look at the property tomorrow. But I'll be back tomorrow night. This is just a test of the microphone. I just want to make sure it was going to work. But I'll probably be on tomorrow night. Oh my goodness, Brian, you're making me hungry. I haven't eaten today yet. I'm coming over. Hopefully it's the new property. Love you too. That's what we're going to. Good night, Jeff. God bless you guys. Yeah, Brian's buffet. It's only 10 acres, but it's perfect because it has electricity on it already, and there's no HOAs or CC&Rs, and it's in Oklahoma. And but I think, like I said, I'm more excited about. Oh, thank you, Badger. That's cute. Um, I'm more excited about hearing the DM story, yeah, than I am about the property. I mean, this guy has got so much. He's a plethora of information, because remember, he's been doing this for like 30 years. He's been a realtor in Oklahoma, and he knows a lot of people that don't talk to anybody else. And so they tell him all their stories, and he's got some great stories. So I'm hoping that tomorrow he's going to let me record him, telling the DM story, so I can just play it back for you guys tomorrow night. And I've got to say this. I've been thinking about this a lot. For any of you that were on, Scott's show the other day when I jumped on there, I apologize for the way that I said what I said. I didn't mean it. I'm like everybody else. I'm so passionate about this subject, and I get so irritated when people bash other people. It just bothers me so bad. So I did kind of go overboard, and I apologize for that. And I got to learn to keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to be jumping on anybody's channels anytime soon. Not unless I can keep my temper. Oh, I just can't help myself, right? Yeah, well, I don't know. It's one thing for us here, as a family to talk about it because, we don't talk about other people. We don't talk bad about other people. But if you're going to ask me about somebody else on somebody else's channel and I'm sitting there listening, hey, Pam, it's very hard for me not, especially when they're really going off on somebody. I want so bad to jump on there and say, stop it. You're doing the same thing that you're arguing about. How you doing, Miss Pam? And I know I said it before, but hello, all my lurkers. I'm glad that you're here tonight. Exactly. It doesn't make any difference if you're pro-kill, no-kill, put them on a slab, scientific, research, backyard mechanic. I mean, I don't care what you are. We all just want answers, right? Some of us are excited by our interactions, and some of us are scared to death. People have to have some place to go to tell their stories, especially if they have PTSD from it or they're freaking out. Keeping the background saved. Hi, Homer. I haven't had French fries in forever. But I have heard so many stories. I know you guys have too. Because I know you guys probably do the same thing that I do and most of us do. We go to people's channels, and especially the ones that tell stories, and you listen to all the stories and you decide whether you want to believe in it, don't believe in it, believe their story, not believe their story. It's exciting. You want answers. I don't care if you're sitting behind the computer and can never even get out of your chair, you still would like to have answers, right? So those people that are out there, boots on the ground, are trying to get answers, but they keep getting yelled at or cut down or cursed at or called hoaxers or stupid or, oh, it's just mind-boggling to me. And I know it's easy for me to say, oh, let's all get along. It's just not going to happen. I think the best way is to just do the best that you can do with what you got. And those that are interested are going to listen to you, and those that aren't, just ignore them. Ooh, I make cream cheese cookies. Yeah, the arguing upsets me. Poor Southern Cal. You keep losing stuff out in the woods, don't you? Yeah, they're really good, Lane. Is the cream cheese one you're talking about, is it in it or on top of it? Because the ones I make, the cream cheese is in it. That's right, Bill. Yeah, that's my favorite. I make those every year. No, I think they like your cameras. That's why they take them. Yeah, that's me. I put my foot in my mouth every once in a while. I did that not too long back. As a matter of fact, I had to recant what I said. Sometimes when you're that passionate about something, you have to take a step back and realize there's two sides to it. And maybe I did choose a side, but then I had time, a little bit more time to think about the other side, and I can understand both. I'm not a researcher. I'm not a scientist. I'm a nobody, you know. I'm just someone who has had experiences. I can't say I believe or disbelieve in aliens or woo or anything else. I can just tell you exactly what I've been going through and what I've done. And I love listening to stories. It's nice to see people's pictures and yeah, I'm just me. I can show you pictures of structures and footprints and that kind of stuff. I have that stuff too, but I'm not interested in that. I don't care about that stuff. What I care about is the interaction. If I don't have the camera up here at the window and they come around, sometimes they're just as quiet with or without the camera. Most of the time they're a little bit more noisy, but I don't know what stopped me. I don't even know why. I never thought about it, but with the exception of the fact that I thought that putting the camera up when we were in the trailer would have stopped the activity. Maybe I'm wrong, I put the recorder out, but maybe if I'd have put the camera up, I'd have gotten a lot of more, stuff to show you guys. But hindsight's always 20/20, right? But if we do get a chance to move to that property, one thing I know we have to have is satellite. So I'm going to do my ultimate best, if we do, God willing, move to that property, is go live on the property. Won't that be exciting? I hope I don't have DM. I'll know. I'm hoping, and you guys can help me pray for this if you will, that there's no DM on that property, or if there is DM on that property, that are not aggressive. I'm just trying out the new speaker, amplifier, whatever you want to call that thing. I just thought I'd try it out. I have to go to bed early, Matt. You guys know darn well what's going to happen, right? I'm going to get all ready for bed, and I'm going to climb into bed. It's going to be like midnight, and I'm going to be wide awake until 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh, my gosh. I know what's going to happen. I already know. Then I could have been here all night long. Oh, that smell is horrific. It doesn't smell like gunpowder, though. What do they use for the flamethrowers? I mean, they use some kind of accelerant? Yeah, I know. Who's there? I like walking through the woods and camcording. I enjoy it, but I've gone through many times without, camcording. I love being out there. I love being in the woods. They use kerosene? Yes, it does, Badger. But if you guys want to pray that I don't have any problems on that property if we're able to buy it, I certainly don't want to move someplace. That's why I'm going to leave my hubby and Chuck by themselves and go out in the woods and have a conversation. See if I can't get any kind of response. I'd hate to move there and find out. Because that whole area, well, close to that area, is known for its DM activity. You know, I mean, it's not very far away from the property that they cannot sell. There's like 300 acres up there that they've been trying to sell for the past 10 years. And they sell it, and then they turn around. It's for sale again, and for sale again, and for sale again. And they even have a cabin up there that I think not Finding Bigfoot. What was the name of that other show that had the female in it, the blonde? Do you know who I'm talking about? They use them here, Badger. I can hear. That's what it sounds like anyway. It sounds like a flamethrower. What was her name? Anyways, they did. No, it's not Finding Bigfoot. Get you a DM puppy. Dang it. What is the name of that show? It didn't have Matt Moneymaker in it. It had a female in it. No, not Renee. A blonde. It was a blonde. Dang. No, it wasn't Monster Quest either. I can't remember the name of that program. Anyways, she and her crew actually did a expedition up there on that mountain. And the property we're looking at is about 10 miles south of that mountain. They wouldn't stay, and every time someone buys that property, they resell it. And now the price of that property is so cheap. But I think that's because there's DM on that property. That's it, Badger. Autumn Williams. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. That is her name. Oh my gosh, I'm cold. Yeah, she does you'll actually see the cabin in the woods, and if you look up to buy the property, it does say cabin in the woods, or it says mansion in the woods or something like that. But they cannot keep that property sold. And that cabin is huge. I mean, I think it's like 5 bedrooms or something. It's huge. I love the loft, though. It's got a bird thing up on top, you know, where you go up on top and sit and look all the way around. That'd be so fun. The inside's horrible. Needs a lot of work. I don't have that kind of money, Southern Cal. But boy, can you imagine? You could get people up there all the time, staying at the cabin, getting screamed at. Oh my gosh, it's cold. Yeah, I restored houses for years. But it would it'd take a lot of money. I don't think it would be that hard to do, but I think it would take a lot of money to do it. Because they have this stupid, ugly-looking green carpeting throughout. I don't know why they put green carpeting in, but excuse me, I'd pull all the carpeting out and use the hardwood floors. I don't think it'd do you any good to put bars on the windows. Too bad you can't dig a hole and just put it underground. I think you'd be safer that way. I can borrow some of the military's TNT. Ba-boom. Yeah, no, I'm just rambling. Ignore me. I love wood floors. Someone's trying to get in. Uh-oh. Can't afford it around here. They're ridiculously expensive. They do have this place that you can buy, like if big companies come in, door's not locked. The companies, like saying they're building a bunch of houses. Okay, Matt, be safe. Your father decided to boil maple syrup with a flamethrower. Oh my gosh, Lane. Anyways, what they do is say they're building a complex or something like that, and they overbuy. Well, all the leftovers they have at this resale company, and you can buy plank wood or something else, any kind of wood, or wallpaper or paint or whatever. It's just a resale store. And sometimes you can get a pretty good price, but the problem with it is if you're just shy of what you need, there's no way to get any more because they're out of that stock color. Oh, all of a sudden it got really quiet. Hide behinds? They're blinds, I think. Hide behinds are no different than what Rick calls human observation post or blinds. Is that what you're asking? I've seen tons of those. They look like they just throw a bunch of stuff up there, and if something's sitting behind it, it's easy for you to just walk by and not realize there's something there. I can imagine that'd be a great ambush area. I know big cats do it. Or their favorite thing to do is sit on the edge of a tree limb, up in the air as you walk by, Stealthy little rotten things. I think I'm more afraid of the cougar and the hog than I am anything else out in them woods. Does that sound stupid? Because the cougars are so stealth. Bears make noise to me. I mean, they'll make noise, but and the hogs you can usually tell when they're around, so be careful for them. And they make noise too. I can't really explain the woo who's here because I'm just not. I'm just going by what other people call the woo. And that's the cloaking stuff and I don't know, mind speak and the rattlesnakes. I take a stick, so I'm not worried about the rattlesnakes. Because there's tons of them up there on the property. I was more concerned about the hogs and the cougar especially. But I can't really. Everybody has their own interpretation of what woo is. Me, it's just cloaking or mind speak, the stuff you can't explain, the stuff that sounds kind of out there, you know what I mean? That's what I consider woo. Just like, do they use infrasound? That could be actually something a researcher or a biologist or somebody can measure. But they can't tell you about cloaking. They can't tell you whether they come from aliens or not. They can't tell you what orbs are. I think that kind of stuff is what people consider woo, the stuff that can't be explained by science or researchers. That's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. Yeah, hogs aren't bad if you know how to do it. Well, I know. I remember that Hoosier. So the thing is, it doesn't matter. You know, my family did too. I mean, seriously, my family all thought I was crazy, absolutely crazy. And even my son, he's not calling me a liar because he knows that I won't, there's no way I'll lie to him. And he even says, he goes, Mom, if it was anybody but you, he said, I'll call him a liar. But he knows I'm not going to lie to him. And he's actually heard the talking, you know. I mean, yeah, that was my grandson running to turn we have to turn off the breaker every time we want to cook. We have to run to the garage and turn the breaker on. Anyway, but none of my family supported me. I can't say they didn't believe me because they know I'm not going to lie to them, but they didn't support me. There he goes again. So I had nobody except for Lizzie. Right, Southern Cal. I was the same way. I didn't have anybody that, even my husband laughed, you know, he thought it was funny. Rietta, I know this is going to sound really strange, and I'm sorry, very sorry to have to say this, but that night that I picked up on the word grandma, I went to the bathroom and heard grandma. You know, and when I came back and said grandma, everybody freaked out. But that's exactly, when you think about it, that's exactly what she looked like. I didn't even think about it that way. And it just hit me. I just heard it. Literally. It's not like I can tell you what the voice sounded like. I can't say, oh, this strange voice. It just pop. Haven't you ever had something just pop in your head? You know, you just kind of heard it out loud. That's what I say, Brian. You know, that's exactly what I said. But we have people that can cloak. We have machineries that can cloak because they have the cloaking material. I I don't have any idea. I think that they just blend. If you listen to my first interview with DDoS back in the day, I think I told him back then that I think that they're just masters of their environment. I can literally, and I promise you this, I can literally go out in the woods with 10 people, tell them to turn their backs and me take off, I don't know, 85 yards away and stand perfectly still, and I bet you 10 to 1 they won't see me. You know, we're trained for movement in our eyes. That's what or sound. And they don't have to do either one. They can be perfectly still, very close to you, and you'd never know it, unless they want you to know it. That's my personal belief. Can I prove it? No. Can I prove anything I'm saying? No. I'm watching across the street. I'm seeing lights on the other side of my neighbor's property. See, I just saw it again. Oh, okay, that's why I saw lights. Because there's a car. Oh, you're such a dummy. How dare you drive down my street? Go away. I'm joking. Yeah, I believe that 100%, Southern Cal. My granddaughter Lizzie was the first one to see her dad that snuck up on us. We were out in the woods that time. But he was trailing a bobcat that was trailing us. So he was really trying to be quiet, and she spotted him. I was too busy jaw-jacking and looking around. wasn't paying attention. It's a good thing that I taught her to pay attention to her surroundings because she really was paying attention. And she caught a glimpse of her dad trying to sneak up on us. Yeah, my big thing when I first go into an area like what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to go out there and I'm not going to say anything for quite a while. I'm just going to stand there. I'm going to stand there, not say a word, not do a thing. Just stand there and listen and watch. And then after I've been there for a while and I'm comfortable enough to say it, then I might ask them permission. Okay, Pappy. Yeah, exactly. And if the hair on the back of my neck sticks up when I get there, I'm walking away from the property. I won't second guess that ever. Ever, ever, ever. And I know you guys might think that's crazy, but I don't ever do that. To do what, Hoosier? Be quiet? I'm nothing like I am right now when I'm in the woods. Hey, Gator. Oh, yeah. Hey, Brian, I was watching a video, a video about orangutans, and they were showing, the guy was pointing them out. I couldn't see them. I could not see them. I mean, he was pointing his finger, and he goes, look right there, and they're actually in the jungle, and he's pointing to the people that were behind him. I couldn't see them, and they're red. How on earth did we miss them? You know, I mean, how did I miss that? That's why watching a lot of people's videos, sometimes I just don't see what they see, but I'm not there. And please, 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 I'm going to ask you guys, don't discount some of the videos that you see when they're showing you that there's something there and you can't see it. Because, and I'll tell you why, not everybody, but some people. Because some of them, I've done that before, where I was looking right at it and other people could not see what I was looking at. And I promise you, as God is my witness, it was standing right there and I could see it. Like I brought up before, Barbara Shoops, she said what dropped out of the tree was black. What we saw looked like Predator on her video. She said it was black. We didn't see black drop out of a tree. It looked like the Predator to us. Now, I'm not saying everybody, you know, because I know some people just have wishful thinking. You know, and I got accused of that in the beginning going out in the woods. It was just wishful thinking, but I had the activity. Oh, it's okay, Lane. I won't be here much longer, sweetie, but thank you very much for coming by. Welcome back, Bill. How you doing, Miss Gator? My hands are cold. You notice how even the military's gotten quiet, right? And we don't hear the drone? That bothers me. I'm really hoping that they don't send the drone out when I go live to find out where they're at. I hope I'm not making a mistake. There goes my grandson again. Somebody's cooking something. Here he goes. Hello? Anybody out there? I can't wait. I hope this thing works. I think it'll probably be tomorrow night. Oh my goodness. That was my favorite vehicle, was my Dodge Dart. Hey, Tony. Bigfoot Odyssey bought me a speaker to attach to my phone so you guys could hear me better, or hear out there better. Not hear me better because I got a big mouth, but hear out there better. So that's what the testing is tonight. I'm testing it to see if you guys can hear stuff better. And Tony, you were supposed to call me and give me an update. Tony doesn't love me anymore. And I can't take my phone. Ooh, really? Cool, Bill. I can't put my phone up all the way because it'll knock over. Yeah, me too, Martha. Oh, are you really? You wouldn't believe the vehicles we got rid of. Oh, the engine on that. Oh, it just makes me sick that nobody around here appreciates the older vehicles or their parts. Yeah, so was the Camry. I'm sorry to hear that, Tony. I'm sure you have been, hon. Welcome back, pizza. My prayers for Vanessa have not changed. Or for you, or for your daughter. I mean, they have not changed. As a matter of fact, we've upped them. There's a lot of people, guys, here that are in some serious trouble and pain. Miss Nala left, her daughter being one of them, and Miss Nala. Oh, I wish I could get a hold of one of those military vehicles over there. I would have a ball in the backwoods. I am so dumb when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'd probably roll it, but be laughing all the time. I think I'm a true adrenaline junkie. Okay, who's here? Make sure you come back tomorrow so you can see the video. Well, that is if I find anything. Listen to me. God bless you, hon. Take care of yourself. How you doing, Miss Bell? How's that grandbaby? I can't believe I'm going to be a great grandma. Oh my goodness, I'm about losing my marbles. I'm too young to be a great grandma. It's freaking me out. I totally missed whatever it was somebody said. What did I miss? Hold on, let me go look. I'll need diapers. Well, I don't think I mean that kind of adrenaline. Not that I'm gonna die adrenaline. Good night, Rihanna. God bless you, hon. Aw. Oh, really? Did you take a picture of that footprint, Tony? Good night, Rihanna. God bless you. There's a cat on my roof. No, you can't come in here, you crazy cat. Okay. I know, right, Doodle? If I watch something like this on my phone, it always autocorrects. Makes me nuts. But you know, you can turn off autocorrect. Good night, Shane. Blessings. Prayers for you and your wife, hon. If you guys would keep Shane and his wife in your prayers too. I guess everybody's having a tough time this month. Not surprising though. Sometimes you need it. Kitty's trying to get in. That usually tells me that there's something downstairs when all the cats are up on the roof. Well, both cats now, because we only have 2 left. When they're on the roof, that usually means something's down there that they don't want any part of. And more so when they try to get in my window from the roof. It actually looks like they're going to want to try to jump right on the window. Of course, they wouldn't make it, but there's got to be some kind of predator down there. Could be a coyote. Could be a Sasquatch. Could be a hog. I hope not a cat. A big cat. I haven't seen any big cat prints here, nor have I seen any big cats here. But bobcats I've seen. Foxes. Yeah, me too. I feel the same way, Doodle. Hey, Jamie. What are you looking at, kitty? What are you looking at? The cat is right here on the roof, staring off over there by my truck. What you looking at, kitty? Huh? Oh, I wish I could see over there. I got a slip and slide. Somebody sent me a slip and slide. Wait until this spring. Woohoo! I'm going to put it in the backyard and put soap and water on it and see if we can get some sassies to go out there and play on it. Can you imagine? Now that would be hysterical. And my backyard slopes a little bit too. Yeah, they are very destructive. They're cute little buggers. With jack links. I don't know about the jack links, but I think it'd be funny. Of course, Tony. I think I've heard him laugh before, Brian. Because I really couldn't find any people around, but I'm pretty sure that that was a Sasquatch laughing. And I know I heard it on Rick's video that night. That was hysterical. Yeah, you can send it now. I can look on my computer. At the end of one of Rick's videos, when that thing got thrown on the back porch, he was just getting ready to get off the live chat. He had said goodnight to everybody, and then all of a sudden you heard this bang, and he goes around to the side of his porch, and you can actually hear it laughing as it's taking off running. And the one that I've heard wasn't a child. It sounded like an adult laughing. But there were no people around unless, it just, the wind carried it that far. I mean, I wasn't in a drone to fly up and say there was absolutely no people, within a mile from me. But as far as I knew, there was nobody else anywhere around there that I could hear laughing. And that was up on the property. That was kind of freaky. I hear the drone again. The drone's back up in the air. Unless that's a plane. Nope, that's a plane. Sorry. I think. Yeah, it sounds like a plane. So here it is, Friday night. What are you guys doing besides sitting here listening to me jaw jack? Thank you, Tony. Let me go look at it real quick. is it gotta be so cold? This is redonkulous. I was just thinking, you know, I think I have a spare heating blanket in the closet. I wonder what would happen if I plugged it in and just sat on it. Yeah, it's winter, but most people don't whine like I do. But most people aren't sitting at a window with it open in the middle of the freezing cold. I think it's like 39 degrees or something, Brian. It's in the 30s, I know that. No, not the heating pad because that would just mean one little teeny area would be warm. But I think I have a spare heating blanket. It is for me, I'm freezing. Yeah, it's going to be cold when we go tomorrow too, but that's okay. I'm still so excited about going. And I can't wait to tell you guys the story. Heated depends. Pappy, you're cute. Heated depends. Oh, you'd make a fortune. No, night before last, I went into my son's room because he borrowed my little space heater. And I showed him my hands. My fingers were snow white. My toes were snow white because I had gotten frostbite before. So it gets like under 50 and that's it. Gator, I'm going to look at property tomorrow morning, and the realtor, I don't know if you heard about him, but that realtor has a whole bunch of stories. But he told me twice, once on the phone and once in a text message, that he's got a really good DM story to tell me. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm losing you. All right, sorry. I had to plug the phone back in. That's what I was telling you guys. I knew I was going to lose that. But anyways, he told me on an email or a text, and he told me on the phone that he's got a great DM story to tell me. So now I'm all excited about it. I can't wait till tomorrow. That's why I'm not going to stay up real late tonight. Now you guys can hear the difference between that thing being on and not. So can you guys, what's the difference now that I have that speaker unplugged? What's the difference? It's just fuzzier or what? Oh, well, I'm sorry. Well, the wind is blowing, but see, I have to have it at 100%, and then it won't last very long. So what I'll do from now on is I won't have it on, and we'll just talk like this, and then when we start getting activity, I'll put it in, okay? You can hear me better like this, Southern Cal? And you hear better without it, Jeff? See, everybody's hearing's different. No, the furnace isn't on. That's my stomach. I sound better now? Oh. Oh, I can't win for losing. There's a plane. The plane, the plane. So when I tell you guys that I hear them talking, I think that's when I'll plug it in so you guys are able to hear it. I won't leave it on very often, but when we start really hearing like the talking, I'll plug it in and see if you guys can tell the difference, okay? Yeah, it's pretty, it's not real windy, but there's a breeze. That's what's making me cold. So that plane is flying around in circles. Well, I have to leave this one plugged in at all times, but the microphone that he bought me plugs in to where my charger plugs in, so I can't do them both. I'll just have to do one or the other for a period of time. And I had the same thing, Gator. I had helicopters flying around like crazy yesterday. And big old sea, whatever they're called. How do you get a double plug? What are you talking about? Yeah, well, I'm 300 yards from the military base. This is expected. It happens all the time. Hear that? They're definitely active on the base tonight. I can hear trucks. I hear coyotes. Oh, really? I'll have to check that out, Pam. Thank you. Shut up, stomach. Hey, Pat, how are you? Here go the coyotes. Shut up, stomach. I heard a snap. I don't know what a Chinook is, and the dogs can't sleep with me. No way. I'm still crate training the pup. Hear the one howl above the others? Hear that? Yeah, you hear the one howl. Hey, Chev. Hi, sweetie. You hear the one howl, and then you hear the coyotes. Maybe we'll hear that howl tonight. I think this time That howl shut up the coyotes. Do you notice that? Yeah, same here, Brian. I know I have more than one pack because it's usually in front of me and behind me. You certainly have a lot of toys, Pam. Yeah, they were pretty close, Martha. I think they go through my backyard, well, around the fence in the backyard to the neighbors because they don't have it fenced in. Nobody has their yard fenced in but me on this side. And I only did that because of the wolves. Excuse me. That's a good idea. Oh, yeah. I wish mine could, Pam. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just watching. Yeah. I don't blame you, Pam. I think if we're, God willing, able to move to that property, I think my husband will spend a lot more time with me outside. Tomorrow I'm going to see the property that we were looking to buy so we could move to. That'll be in the morning. It's going to take me 2 hours just to get there. I was going to leave later, but he reminded me that it got dark early, so we don't want to be on the property or properties when it's dark. So we're going to get up at 8:30 and take off and meet him down there in southern Oklahoma at 11. Go look at a couple pieces of property and then come back. So I'll come back, probably take a nap or something, and then go live tomorrow night with my footage. Thank you, Brian. I pray it does too. I would love very much to be able to move. I mean, I like it here, but it's just too big. The house is too big. There's too much that we can't do anymore. I mean, it's a gorgeous piece of property. The house needs some work, but it's a beautiful home. And there's a lot of Sasquatch activity and stuff here, but you know, oh, I would in a heartbeat, Tony, but not with a realtor and not with someplace. I mean, I couldn't do that with my hubby. I mean, if I knew there was Sasquatch on the property, I'd tent. I'd say, let me spend the weekend out there. They probably would, too. Oh, Rod, you heard that, huh? Yeah, I know. Well, I asked Chuck specifically to talk to his people to make sure, you know, I said, I know that you can talk to these people, you know, because they're going to tell you the truth. So I need you to ask them if there's any cryptid activity. And he just giggled. you know. So, and the other all the rest of the property up there has sold. So I would imagine that piece of property, I don't think really would have DEM if all those people still own the property, you know what I mean? I think there's like 20 people, and I don't know if there's any houses. I didn't see any houses when I went on Google Maps, but all the properties have sold. So maybe they're buying it for hunting, maybe they're buying it for bug out. You know, I don't know what they bought it for, but these are the last two pieces. Well, go ahead, Pappy. Let me know if you win. Yeah, Martha has her fingers crossed because she wants you to pick her up in a plane and bring you here. And Lisa's down there this weekend in Broken Bow. You know, she's down there with some friends. Kitty, kitty. I hear a cat. Don't cross your eyes, Tony, you'll fall. Yeah, that's where we were going. He wanted to show us property in Broken Bow, but no thanks. Yeah, me too, Brian. Hey, Christine. Long time no see, sweetie. How you been? Male kitty's looking for a free meal, and there's no females left. You're working, right, though, Christine? Well, that's good to hear, hon. I'm glad you have a job. A job is good, even if it's just seasonal. Anything, huh? Bet that makes you happy. You're a smart lady, Christine. I pray that you get the job that you want. I've been praying for long for you to get that right job. Must be timing, hon. Because I know the Lord's faithful, so it must be timing. It must be someone's getting ready to leave and you're going to walk into their shoes. Do you hear that? That was something thrown against metal. Or it sounded like metal. Well, that's awesome, Christine. Welcome back, Jamie. I'm glad your tummy's full, sweetie. It truly is. I didn't even know they were on tonight. Yeah, that's over on the base. chili sounds really good. Me too, Brian, especially over the campfire. Tim's probably sleeping. Wow, Tony, that picture is incredible. Pam. Oh, that was cute. Tony, when did you take that picture? Isn't that the same one you showed me before? The one of the trunk of the tree that's all taken apart. The one you just sent me, isn't that the same one that we saw when you went for a walk? Ouch. Oh my goodness. Why is that, Chev? Oh my goodness, excuse me. I had another snap. Yeah, you showed me that when you went for a walk, remember? And I said, take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. You said you weren't, that's the one that you showed me didn't have any teeth marks from the beaver, right? Oh my goodness. All right, hey, listen, you guys. I need you guys to watch your ears. Take your earphones out. Because I'm going to whistle. I want to see if it's the guy across the street making noise. He'll whistle back. So give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Yeah, I don't have any snow here, thank God. Thumbs up, I'm going to whistle. Don't say I didn't warn you. Ah, dang it. I couldn't even whistle. It's too cold. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. When you were out walking and you showed me the footprint, there was a tree someplace close by there that had all the bark from the bottom missing, and you said, and we looked at it, but there wasn't any teeth marks. Remember? Sorry, Bill. Almost 80. Good grief. Oh, okay. Dang it. I need a heating blanket. I'm cold. That plane is definitely over the military. They keep going around and around and around. Yeah, I'd prefer the 70s or the 80s. If it's 70 or 80, I'm happy. Oh, really, Martha? That's crazy. Yeah, night before last, I think it was. The night that I went live, I went to bed, the kids got up, they said that there was ice on their vehicles, on the vehicle. That took them a while to open the door. Because it rained that night, but it got down to 30 something degrees. 30, I think it was like 34. No, thank you. I wouldn't survive in that kind of weather, Chev. Kitty, what are you doing? You can't climb in this window. What is your problem? What? Kitty, kitty. You can't jump over here. You're going to fall. Don't do it. Yeah, my husband, even if it's cold outside, he turns the temperature on air conditioning like 65 degrees because it's the best way for him to sleep. And I freeze, of course, until I get under the covers. Because once I'm under the covers, then I'm a heating blanket. But I get so angry when I have to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night because the toilet seat is frozen. Might as well sit on an ice cube. And that was my stomach growling. Hey. Ice toilet is right. Oh my goodness, Christine. Yeah, that's why I won't go back to Ohio. It's cold enough here. Of course, I was cold in Florida too. I mean, it only stayed cold for about a month, but to me it was freezing. I walked around with a coat on, and people were, swimming in the Gulf of Mexico. They thought I was crazy, and I thought they were crazy. Yeah, I can't handle the cold weather at all. I get real testy when it's cold. Shut up, stomach. No, what we need to do is we need to have a heated toilet seat. Plug it in and have a heated toilet seat. Oh yeah. Now you're talking. Now, what's really weird though is that I like cold showers. It wouldn't surprise me, Christine. I can't stand hot showers. I like cool showers. But I don't like being cold. Does that make any sense? Doesn't make any sense at all. I am so strange. Woo! Now, I don't like the way my skin feels after a warm shower. Yeah, I know, Christine. You know, the longer you talk to somebody, the more you get to know their little ticks, you know? By the time we're done, you guys are going to know everything there is to know about me. And vice versa. Well, what you guys are willing to share anyway. I heard coyotes and dogs. No, Doodle, I'm not taking the dogs with me. They have to stay here. Yeah, hot showers aren't healthy. Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I mean, I know Tank likes the ride in the car, but Bella throws up when I put her in the car, in the truck. So I'd have to put her in the back in a crate, and it's too cold. So we're going to be leaving them at home. And I don't, you know, right now I can call Tank in the front yard and he'll come to me, he'll come running. But on a piece of property like that, I don't know if he would come back. I don't know if he would listen. And I'm not going to take that chance yet. Yeah, but hot water also gets rid of the good bacteria. No, drying kills the germs, not the hot water. You take a tepid shower and then get out and dry yourself off really, really well so you're completely dry and you will have the good bacteria, not the bad bacteria, and it's healthier. Yeah, or go take a mud bath. Mud baths would be fun. What did I do with my... Oh, dang it. Sometimes I wonder if that's what the sassies do. Oh, I don't know how you do it, Bill. My windows are closed. I'm freezing. No thanks. The heat is just going and going and going. Of course, nobody can breathe when they drive with me in the vehicle because I make it so hot in there. Oh, I love it. I just heard a whistle. Oh, my truck doesn't have heated seats. My other truck did. This one doesn't, though. Anybody heard from Bob lately? Martha, have you talked to Bob? Oh, I hope he's okay. I know he's not feeling well. Yeah. It wouldn't last very long. It wouldn't even last until I got to the truck. Well, Bob doesn't usually come on till later. He's probably sleeping. Matt was driving home, and Hobbit doesn't seem to be coming on very much lately. Unless, of course, he's just lurking. I see something down there by my truck. Noisemaker. Now what? What are you doing? You write me a letter? Where do you see a light? That's across the street, Pam. That's the light he put on the new, oh, thank you, Martha. His workshop. Okay, Rod. And that dog's going crazy out there. You hear him? What? Oh, I don't have him here. You have to wait. That's fine. Listening's fine. You guys don't have to worry about talking if you don't want. That's fine. That's why I don't mind lurkers. Just sit back and listen. Relax. Besides, you're going to miss half of what people say in here anyway. It goes so fast sometimes. Hobbit's fine. He's working. Okay, Christine. What's gone? Well, thank you, Rod. What I missed, Tim, what's gone? What are you looking for, Bubba? Huh? The turtle's gone. Did you really eat turtle for dinner? Hello, Hobbit. How are you? Oh my goodness. I mean, seriously, good grief. I am just crazy cold. Hey, not Rick. Well, it's just weird when the gang's not all here. Is what Southern cuisine? Turtle? Everybody eats turtle. Tastes like chicken. Are you leaving, Bill? How are you, Hobbit? Oh, cool, Bill. Congratulations. That's a big deal. Congratulations to her. Congratulations to you. Did a good job. Good night, and God bless you. And have fun tomorrow. Take pictures. Up, stomach. Sweet. There you go again, Bill. Half your words are cut off. Nobody's but yours. So maybe at the portal it's free readings with Deborah. Oh, no thanks. Excuse me. I don't know what it is, Bill, but it's only yours that does it. Paranormal Portal Gator on YouTube. I heard a howl. Thank you what, Tim? Yeah. I know, right, Rod? That was a nice howl. Belogna. Okay. Oh, I love my scrubs. I love my scrubs. Ooh. Okay, now look, I don't think the changes in YouTube are really going to affect a whole bunch of people. I know there's a lot of changes, a lot of things that we're going to have to get used to, especially those of us that go live. But I don't think the changes are going to be that bad, and I honestly don't think it's that bad that I have to put that this is not for kids. It doesn't bother me. But when you have something that is for kids, it's got to be just for kids, and then I would disable comments, because if kids are watching it, then you don't want anybody to say any kind of nasty comments underneath it. So if you've got a children's channel, I would just disable the comments. You know what I mean? Oh my word, Tim. What happened to Frank or Otis? Did he disappear? Did he go to sleep? Oh, really? Doodle, that's cute. No, I mean, I complain a lot about it, and I shouldn't, but I know that they keep changing things, which makes it a little bit rough. But, I can get used to some of it. I'm not worried about it for now. I'm not going to be freaked out about any of it. It doesn't bother me that I have to put it, for not for kids. Maybe they'll restrict, kids from watching some stuff they shouldn't be watching anyway. But maybe they should restrict some of the commercials too, because some of them are just, I don't agree with. If they do it to people's channels, they ought to do it to some of the commercials too. Because some of those commercials I don't think are appropriate. Well, I got half of what you said. Yeah, they are pretty bad, Jamie. Oh, really, Doodle? That's cute. Hey, Blackbird. How are you, Blackbird? I'm doing well, thank you. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me, Hobbit? Power drill. Just okay. Woo! You guys didn't hear that whistle. I should have put that thing back in. But you never know when they're going to make noise. This should be interesting. Now I'm going to have to look for that adapter, Pam. What's it called? Blackbird Pie. Yeah, Matt was just on not too long ago. He's driving home. Most of our cats, Gator, disappeared. It's just called an iPhone double adapter. Oh, he got some great pictures. Good grief. I can't wait for his next video. How? Do you hear the howl? I need one for the iPhone, Pam. No, I don't need another load. You guys think that howl is a lone coyote? You drove home once. Yeah, Matt has beautiful pictures. I don't understand how anybody can make nasty comments on his channel. My gosh. His photographs are just incredible. I'll bet. You're silly. You hear the plane still? Your Bigfoot mouse. Oh, you poor thing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that I did it again this year. I've got everybody's hats made, but I did not send them out. Who scares you with all the hollering? Ouch. Oh, really? No. Rod, somebody was going to draw me a picture because I'm all signed up with Teespring, but I didn't have the picture. And I forgot who it was. It was either Ryan or Shadow or somebody offered to make me a picture. And it had a Sasquatch shadow with the moon behind it and trees and then Lady in the Woods underneath it. And I had all the merchandise picked out, but I didn't have the pictures for it. So I can't do that until I get the pictures. Because I can't draw stick people, you know. I mean, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. And they even sent me to a place to, it's not funny, Tim. They even sent me to a place to come up with my own picture. Like, what kind of stories? What story do you want to hear? I can tell you lots of stories. Stop it, Tim. You're so bad tonight. I can hear you laughing at me, Tim. A Boo story? Were you here when I told the story about when David came to visit Blackbird? I don't have a unicorn story. Well, a friend of mine, well, he became a friend of mine, but this guy, apparently, he was on Vic Cundiff's show like I was on Vic Cundiff's show and found out that he only lived about 30 miles away from me here, not even 30 miles. And so we got to talking, and then I invited him up to the property because his encounter was pretty scary, and that was in Little Rock, or just south of Little Rock, where he used to live. And he had a pretty hairy encounter. And he said he wanted to get back out in the woods, so I invited him up to the property because I told him that Boo wasn't, you know, aggressive. So David comes out to the property, and the first day that we're there, I had told him that if he has to go in the woods to go to the bathroom, that he has to go only on this one area, which is where my truck is parked, but not behind the camper. And apparently he must have forgot that, so he goes to the back of the trailer where the gifting area is, and he proceeds to urinate back there. And then all of a sudden he comes running back to me, and he's trying to zip up his pants really fast. And I'm laughing like crazy because Boo came out from behind a tree and started rocking, which Boo doesn't usually rock. So, and then right after he left, we smelled this horrible stench. And I think what happened is I think Boo went over and urinated over where David did. And that was hysterical. And then that night, he's sleeping by the 4-foot window, and I'm sleeping in the bedroom in the camper. Because David's a big boy, you know, so he needed me to pull out the, you know, the couch. And he's laying there, and all of a sudden I hear him, he says, "Dee." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Are you moving around?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "What's moving the camper?" And I said, "Well, I thought it was you, but it wasn't me, and it wasn't him, so it was them." And then next thing I know, he's like, "Dee," and "Dee, Dee." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Did you hear that?" And I said, "Yeah, I heard that," because you could hear them outside. And then he's like, "Dee, Dee." And I'm like, "What?" And finally I opened the door between the two rooms because he kept saying Dee. And he goes, "It just walked by the window." And what it did was it blacked out that 4-foot window and scared him half to death. Because look at between you and the window is nothing, right? I mean, I'm sorry, but it was just too funny. And I'm laughing. And then all of a sudden I hear Dee, Dee. And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "What? And I said, "You just called me." He goes, "No, I didn't." And I was like, "What?" And so he goes, "I didn't say a word." So that kind of freaked me out. Then the next day, we go out for a walk, and he wants to go where he wants to see some of the structures. So in front of the camper, down off the bluff, is a great big huge structure. And I mean, it's huge. It's got to be at least, you know, 12, 14 foot long. I mean, it's a massive structure compared to the rest of them down there. And then we're walking down that way, and I said, "Well, I wouldn't go there during the daytime, you know, because I don't know if they're there or not." I said, "I would, you know, let's go later on or something." And he's like, "No, I want to see it. I want to see it." And so we go walking down that way, and all of a sudden you hear Boo came running right towards David, and you could hear it, and then he stopped, and then he took off and go the other, and David's mouth dropped, and it was so funny. He's like, "Oh my gosh." He said he wasn't scared, but he looked scared to me. But anyway, I'm telling you, it was hysterical. I had so much fun when David was out there. And at night, we sat out by the fire and we saw the eye shine. And I told him this one area. And he actually, when David was there, I think that's actually the time that I saw him on all fours, where I saw their elbows and Boo's elbow and knees when he came crawling up to the area where I used to put the recorder out. And I had him look over that direction. He goes, "What is that?" And I said, "I don't know what that is." And I looked back, and then you could see 4 of them. You could see the elbows and the knees like that. When people say they walk like spiders, they do. And I can't describe how they do it, but they don't bend like ours do. And it's freaky looking to watch them on all fours, unless they're running. If they're running, you know, I mean, yeah, it's normal. But when they're crawling, belly crawling, that is freaky. Absolutely freaky. It's something that you won't get over because it is just the unnatural gait. You know, it just doesn't look right. They do look like spiders. Their body's lower than the rest of them. Oh, I didn't carry. It didn't bother me. I also took him out there to the area. David was with me that time when the battery kept shutting off. When I showed him, you know, if I get out to their bedding area, then it shuts off. And sure enough, it did. And I did get some of it. You know, I got some of the bedding area, but it was beautiful. There was trees that were knocked over about 8 to 10 foot up. They were all facing the same direction, but it kind of went in a circle. And then a great big huge tree, and around the tree they had placed, and I mean literally, they had picked up big huge boulders, and it looked like a bedding area or a playground for a baby. It was all matted down, and you could tell by moving some of the rocks that they hadn't been there long, so something picked up those rocks and put them there, and it was in a circle around that tree. So I got a picture of it once, but then my camera shut off, and David was there with me when the camera shut off. We got back to the trailer, and I turned it back on it, and it was full battery. And he's like, "Oh my gosh," you know. And he said that never happened, but I don't know. And that was the same day that that snake went after David. I I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my life, but I have never seen a snake actually go after somebody with the exception of a black racer, because I've had one of those chase me. But this was a rattlesnake, and I'm on one side, and Lizzie's on the other with my dog, okay? Or no, with Sandy's dog. And David is about 6 or 7 feet, between the two of us, but ahead of us, right? And here comes this snake, and David's like, I'm scared of snakes, I'm scared of snakes. And I pointed out to him, and then all of a sudden, this thing lifts up its head and heads right for David, right between me and Lizzie, and it goes right for David. He started screaming like a little girl. I was laughing so hard. And when he tells his story, Vic Cundiff said, is it true that that snake was the size of a telephone pole? And he was laughing. It was about 6 foot long. Hold on. I think I see eye shine. Hold on. I think I see eye shine. Hold on, guys. 10:56. That should be my daughter-in-law. Anyway, I've had so much fun up on that property. I mean, literally, I've had a ball up there. I've had a couple people up there, and we had a pretty good time. And Lisa was up there, a couple of times. And in her videos, why is it so, look at that. And in her video, she got a picture of Boo on one of her videos. Hello? Hold on a second, guys. Are you guys leaving again?
What's up?
Are you guys leaving again?
They're going camping or whatnot. She's just gonna go drop them off.
Okay. Now, guys, we're gonna have to wait. I forgot. Gabe had asked me if he could use my tent to go camping. They're gonna go sleep outside. This should be fun. Come on, you noisemakers.
Sorry.
Yeah, Tony's got some great stuff on his property. I just cut my lip. Ooh, it's bleeding. Now you can see my truck. Why isn't this thing focusing? Look at that. You can't see squat now because of that light. Tell him to whoop? Yeah. Stop, you stupid phone. Gabe went in first. I'll have him whoop when he comes back out. Hold on a second. A hula? I don't have a hula hoop. I know the kids' basketball got smashed. I know their soccer ball disappeared. Can't see Squatch, that's funny. I know a lot of things disappeared in the front yard, but like I said, I can't say that it was anything because we got so many kids out here. No way.
Where's the table? I can use the heater.
The heater's right there. Do what?
Do you know where the tank is?
It should be downstairs in the dining room, or ask Lizzie. Hey, or it's probably downstairs. And remember, it's in that bag thing. Don't take the big one. Take the little one. Hey, Gabe, when you get outside, do me a favor and do a hoop. Do a whoop for me.
I'll try. My voice cracks, so tell
That's
them not to
okay.
get mad at me.
That's okay. You got a boy voice. It'll be fun. He says, my voice cracks. It doesn't matter. It's 11 o'clock. I've got an hour left, guys. I'm going to bed. What's Tim going to do that's going to get him in trouble? Shoop, shoop, hula hoop, hoop. Do you remember those commercials? Oh my goodness, everybody was using hula hoops. I hear a dog barking. I'm sorry, Jamie. I don't know. I probably won't sleep. You know, I wish I could leave you guys in the window, but I'm gonna need my phone to wake me up in the morning because there's just no way. Well, what did I tell you, Tony? Don't you remember the conversation you and I had about that footprint? Oh yeah, he's got them both. How about he's got both of them on his property? Oh, my stomach is growling. Why do you think that, Pam? Baby back, baby back, baby back. Oh yeah, I want some ribs too. I can eat ribs. Why do you think it's a DM? I thought you said you saw a Sasquatch. Lizzie's gone?
Yeah.
Did you look in the blue buckets?
Could they fit in there?
Yeah, it's a small tent? Heck yeah. Oh, my belly is giving me grief. I bet. Were they camping over at his friend's house, which is 2 streets over? Oh, that's freaky, Pam. Gabriel. Yeah, the other cryptid that starts with a D and ends with an M. We don't say that word here. And it might sound silly to some people, but I really believe that when you say their names that you basically are like calling them, and I don't want to do that. Mutt face. There you go. like I said before, I don't know why they call it a DM because there's no man to it. You know, the Sasquatch I can understand if you wanted to add a name man to it, but certainly not DM. Explain, Pam. What was it about it that made you think it was a DM? Boy, are they making noise down there. Its head filled the window? Which window, Pam? Your big window?
Tie it off. Let us just hang it off. Bring that back down here.
Welcome back, Ramona. And you're sure it wasn't a Sasquatch? They're bringing the garbage can back. Oh my gosh. You guys make so much noise. Yeah, he gets sick. He loses time. What did she do with it? It's rolled. It's got something rolled on it. Huh?
This is why we don't give 12-year-old girls tanks.
Well, we didn't.
Is it in the bag with the bigger tank?
No.
When your tank's gone, Grandma.
It better not be gone. Guys, you're gonna have to hold on. I'm gonna have to go find the tent for him. I'll be right back. Can't you do it louder? Thank you. Have fun. Love you too. Oh, you should always talk about it, Pam. What do you mean that's why you don't talk about it? What did I miss? Hey, Cryptid. Pam. Yeah, absolutely. It helps you deal with it. Pam, don't ever be stifled with telling. You know, don't ever, not here. You say what you want here. 'Cause I believe you. And if it didn't look like a sassy to you and you felt like it was something different, you know, how many times have we said that? Pam, how many times have we said that we weren't sure? We even asked Rick if he had DM on the property because of different things that he felt or that we heard. Oh, Cryptid, I'm talking to Chuck tomorrow and he's got a great DM story for me. Yeah, when Pam was at Woodbooger Farms place, she said that she believes one of them was a DM. Yeah. Yeah, well, let me tell you something, Blackbird. Where I'm going tomorrow, I know not far away from the property that we're looking at, they have a lot of DM encounters. So, I don't know. I told him to look at that one in slow motion because you could see it move. I watched it the whole time. Yeah, I know, Cryptid, that's what I'm saying. I can't wait till tomorrow. He wouldn't tell me. You know, he wouldn't tell me on the phone. He laughed at me, and I was so mad at him because I wanted to tell you guys tonight the story, but he won't tell me until tomorrow. So I'm going to see if I can't get him to do it on, you know, me record him. Well, on Tony's property, that one, because we looked at that foot, and it kind of looked, well, does kind of look like a DM footprint, but I know he's got DM on his property. Yeah, don't apologize for your questions, and it's good because Pam can tell you details, stuff, you know, she can tell you stuff like that, and that'll help her. It'll help you, you know. This is open forum here. Don't feel bad about asking questions or answering. You know, nobody was there but you, so, and we believe you. Anybody who talks in here with our family group, we believe you. We're not going to call you a liar, so don't worry about that. And it's hard to describe, trust me. You know, when I saw that guy at the window, I really believe that, Blackbird. I think that when you say their name that you're calling them. That's just my belief, and I don't know where I got that from, but I really believe that, so that's why I say DM. I'm not conjuring them up, you know. There's no way. I'm not doing it. But do you guys remember me telling you about the big boy, the alpha, at the window? What's SW? Well, how come I don't have more details about him? You know, my shock value. Oh, yeah, same with that. You know, you don't hear me say that word either. But my shock value stopped me from getting some details, you know. My biggest things, they don't, Ramona, they don't, was his girth, you know. His height, I didn't realize till later, but it was his girth that stopped me, you know, from getting any more details. Now, I did see what I call it, I don't know. I don't know, Ramona. It's just a gut feeling. That's why I don't know. I can't explain it. Like I said, I just don't. I saw the chiseled features of his face. I saw his eyes. I didn't see, you know, he didn't bare his teeth at me. You know, he didn't rock or move. You know, he just stood there and stared at me. So why didn't I get more details? You know, I couldn't get past how wide he was. You know how the side of a camper, the push out is, right? I mean, that's white. I looked at it for, you know, 2 years. Every single time I went up there, I knew exactly what was behind that camper, and I knew exactly how far that push out went compared to my window. When he stood there, he took up all the white that I would see. He was so wide, my brain couldn't wrap around it. So someone asked me for details being that close. He wasn't 6 feet away from me, you know, through the window. So how come I didn't have more details? Because my brain couldn't handle the fact that he was as wide as he was. It made no sense to me. I'd never seen anything that big in my life. And the only reason that I saw or could tell you about the chiseled face is because those were distinct when his head turned. You know? I'm not sure of anything cryptid. You know, I don't know what it is about DM, but I've heard nothing but horror stories, and I just don't think I ever want to see one, you know? I mean, it's just beyond my realm. Sasquatch is enough for me, you know? It's just enough for me. I have a hard enough time, you know, with the face-to-face encounters that I've had, but then my face-to-face encounters, my face-to-face encounters were between 2 feet and 6 feet, so it's not like I saw him from 10 foot off. Yeah, I bet you that freaked you out, Pam. I know when they walked in front of that 4-foot window, they took up the whole window. I keep hearing stuff across the street. Oh, my stomach hurts. Anyway, I won't, like I said, I won't discount anybody's sightings. It's just completely different when you're there, and all of us are so different. We all handle stress in our own ways. We all handle pain in our own way, fear in our own way. Just because one person is afraid doesn't mean that the rest of them will be. Just because one person said it was hideous looking doesn't mean the next person will. One person's aggressive encounter could be somebody else's, you know, non-aggressive encounter. One person can say that thing looked like it was 10 foot tall. The next person will tell you it was 7'3". I mean, come on. We gotta put all that into perspective. You know, we gotta take all that into consideration when people tell us their stories. But all we know is that it happened to them. And over the years, my stories don't change. And even hard as I try to come up with more details, I can't. I just can't. There's nothing I can add or take away from it because that's all I have embedded in my brain because that's all I remember. You know what I'm saying? That's what stood out to me at the time that I won't forget. Where's Quinn been anyway? Anybody seen Quinn? He's disappeared too. Okay, Hobbit. Ooh. Yeah, me too. Good night, Hobbit. God bless you. Exactly, Jeff. Hey, Blackbird, you want to call in one night? Tell us your encounter? Yeah, exactly, Pam. That's what I'm saying. No, not me, Doodle. And Pam, you want to call in some night too? It is therapeutic. It actually is. It does. It does help for you to actually verbalize it. When you start telling people, when I first told my story, I was in tears. When I think back, when I listen to that story, when I listen to me telling about what happened to me, I'm automatically in tears, even listening to myself say it, because it brings me back to that exact moment. But it actually helps because I don't have dreams about him anymore. You know, I don't have nightmares about him or anything like that. Why not, Pam? But it's okay. I mean, if you don't want to, that's fine. But here comes somebody too fast down the street. What is with the traffic tonight? Good grief. That's my neighbor that has their parents. I used to teach a defensive driving class and had her, the teenage girl, she had 3 cars in less than a year, hit 2 deer, and then she ended up in my class. And then the following year, her and her mother ended up in my class. They are crazy. They drive so fast down here. Well, I'll give you my email address, Blackbird, and if you'll email me, then we'll set it up. What do you mean too many other people will see that? Pam, the people that are here are just the people that are here. They're no place else. You'll be fine, hon. If you're comfortable, then you call me, Pam, and we can talk about it. And nobody has to see anything. You don't have to worry about that. You know you're safe here. I'll kick somebody's butt. All of us will kick somebody's butt. They talk smack. I don't ever want you guys to feel like you can't open up here and say, you know, what has happened. Hey, Houston, how are you? Yeah, the bad part about what happened with Pam is it was just Pam. You know, I mean, and that's got to be hard because that's the same thing that happened to me in Honeby. You know, just that one guy came up to me. He said, "Look, if you saw it, that you saw it." He said, "Don't worry about anybody else." And I was like, "You got to be kidding me! With all these people here, nobody else saw it but me and that kid." I hardly have any. I hardly have any comments on my channels except for the live comments. But it's completely up to you, Pam. But you know, you can even call in and be anonymous if you want. I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever you'd like to do. But I hate the fact that you don't feel like you can open up to anybody. You should be able to. Martha, can you please post my email address for Blackbird? Or somebody? And Blackbird, if you email me, I'll set it up to where you can call in. I'll get my husband's phone, not tonight, but, you know, one night. Oh, yeah, that's true, too. Thank you, Chev. Yeah, Pam, Chev's right. I can delete it when it's over. You can tell people your story, and then I can delete the video. I have no problem doing that. Thank you very much, Chev. But if you want to call in, Pam, you can, and I promise you I will delete the video when it's over. So nobody will ever see it, just the people that are here. I think it's horrible that you are loved in this community and you don't feel you're safe enough to tell your story. That really bothers me. Really bothers me. That's one of the reasons I almost quit not too long ago. Not just because of what happened down in Fouke, but because the nastiness. Just some of the things that people say, just it's not worth the stress of your life. You're adorable, Chev. Thank you very much. But if you ever want to do that, Pam, you can. You can call in, tell your story, and I promise you I'll delete it the same night. It will never be seen, except for by who's here. Yeah, it certainly did, Jamie. And I just about backed out because I don't need any more stress in my life, you know. And certainly not something like this. Nobody's going to convince me of what I saw or what I did, or they can call me a liar all they want, but that's just the way it is. Yeah, I understand that, Houston. A lot of people have. That's why Bob backed out. That's why a lot of people have backed out. It's the condescension that comes out and the nastiness that there's just no reason for. You're putting yourself out there, you know. Yeah, exactly. This channel is just different, and I hope it stays this way. You know, it's a safe place to go. I came out of the closet. Explain that, Pam. I was the one that got you to stay here? Well, you know what? Pam, I believe in people, and I believe people... Yeah, I can't read what you wrote, sweetie. I believe people are people. We've had run-ins with all kinds of people, haven't we, guys? The ones who stay are the ones that are supposed to be here. And that's just the way it is. And we will defend each other. Right, Pam, I remember. I will not, none of us will tolerate, you know, people slamming other people. They'll be gone in a heartbeat. Thank you. I can't read half of them. They're going so fast. I don't do anything different than most of you guys are doing out there, whether it's boots on the ground or sitting here at the window talking. I don't do a whole bunch different than anybody else. You know, what we do here, though, is the minute someone comes on, you know, and starts talking bad about other people, we immediately stop them or get rid of them. We won't tolerate it. You know, you can't call people a liar. You weren't there. Look at some of the stories Cryptid has. Look at some of the stories that some of these other people have. Listen to what they've said. They see birds, or they see pterodactyls, you know, or they see DM. You know, are all of them liars? What is the point of having a channel to talk about cryptids if you're going to call everybody a liar? It doesn't make any sense to me. And the people that are lying are going to get caught up in their own lies. It's just the way it is. They have to answer for the things that they said. I understand that completely, Cryptid. I saw a friend yesterday that I haven't seen in 2 years. And when he found out that I was doing the Sasquatch stuff, you know, he started laughing at me. Hi, Zoe. God bless you, hun. Group hug. Yeah, I consider this a family. And I will defend my family. Right, Cryptid. Same with me. Same with mine. You know, like I said, my son just kind of put a smile on his face and shook his head until it blackened his window, or especially since he heard him talking. And he was like, what the heck was that? You know, I mean, so it just freaks him out that he doesn't want to believe in him. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'll change my mind when I see one face to face. And I said, you certainly will. Yeah, I have too, Pam, but you know, you guys don't hear me talking about that very often because I never actually saw the UFO. No, it's heck yeah, Blackbird. We don't swear here either. She's blushing. I saw the light. No, when I was a kid, with my uncle and my cousin when we were down at the beach. We saw the light coming over the water. It was getting closer and closer. He started freaking out. He told us to run, and it went over our heads, but I didn't hear a thing. It was just like someone was above you with something, a fan or something, and it just blew your hair and blew you almost over, but you heard nothing. And that was definitely a UFO. What else could it have possibly been? Stay away from the light. Don't go into the light. Yeah, and I was just a kid. I mean, I don't remember how old I was. I mean, 11, 12, something like that. 10, 11, 12. I was a kid. But I've seen an orb too, you know. And I didn't believe in orbs. Of course, I didn't believe in any of this stuff either. When people started talking about orbs, especially Brown was talking about seeing orbs all the time. And in the beginning, I didn't believe him at all until I saw my first orb. And I was like, holy, now I had to apologize, you know. That's what I'm getting at. Find out the hard way and then go back and eat crow. I just don't want to be put in that position anymore, so I won't ever call you guys liars. And you tell us what you need to tell us. And you get it off your chest. I don't care how many times you got to say it until it's done, until you can resolve it with yourself. Because it's not easy. Ask anybody here that's had an encounter. It's not easy to get over. You don't think it's going to affect you the way it does, but it does. And it affects everybody differently. I mean, thank God I had non-aggressive encounters. Martha, you're cute. Well, I don't know whether it's ego or I don't know what it is, but hey, Pammy, but there's a lot of ego out there, and I think they just want people to hear them and believe them, and they've put up with so much nastiness in the length of time they've done it that they've just gotten hard-nosed, and now it's their way or the highway. You know, some of the new researchers or explorers or whatever you want to call them out there, knowers, some of the newer ones are nervous about getting on the, you know, on the channel or posting videos because of what they've heard. But they're gung-ho like many of us were in the beginning. Wow, Pam, that's freaky. Exactly. You know, you have to know your enemy, you know, and if it's not an enemy, you still need to know it. You know, I think it's really good that we're able to talk about this with each other, because we're informed. Oh, really, Jamie? Next time you go there, take pictures. I can imagine. But I have never seen any other cryptid, guys. Never. I have only seen the orb once, and I have seen the Sasquatch many times. But I've never seen anything else. I mean, like, I've never seen a DM. I've never seen, you know, pterodactyls or the goat man or chupacabra or skinwalkers or, sorry, those thingies, walkers, whatever. I've never heard any of them. Oh my goodness, Pammy. I dropped mine in a bucket of paint. And then dropped mine in the toilet. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Been there, done that. Yeah, I still don't know how to do a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of people that have seen UFOs, though. A whole bunch. What I want to know is about these rod things. What the heck are these rod things? Yeah, I heard about that cryptid. There's some weird stuff going on right now. I mean, some really weird stuff. I think it's good that people get to know what's out there. An orb, Tony, or a UFO? Yeah, but I never heard of them, cryptid. What does that tell you? Well, like I said, in the 90s, I never even heard of Sasquatch. Wow. I've heard that a lot, Tony, where they come up out of water. And if you look at it's a live video about underwater stuff. They caught something on the film that looked like the tail end of a flying saucer. It's cylindrical, definitely. It's all over YouTube, so It took them, I mean, they caught it right there on the live. Oh, really, Jamie? That's just freaky. Absolutely freaky. I don't know, guys. Yeah, right now, honestly, oh my gosh, I'm just so excited about tomorrow. I can't, I can't handle it. I am so excited. I'm going to look at a piece of property, Cryptid, but my biggest excitement is the realtor I told you guys about. He's going to tell me a DM story. He said it will freak me out, and I can't wait. He wouldn't tell me on the phone, which made me mad. Wow, Pammy. Okay, Jamie. Which Bob Gimlin? The older one or young one? Wow, Pam. See, you guys got some great stories. They need to be heard. I don't know if he'll let me interview him. Because I've asked him about that before, and he was kind of, first he said yes, and then he said no, so I'm not sure if he'll let me interview him. But I think if I just, hold on a second, Houston. I think if I just turn the phone on and record it and let him say it, but don't show him, and just let him tell the story, I'm going to ask him if he'll let me do that. And if he does, then I'll just post it when I get back. But we found a piece of property in southeast Oklahoma that I've been looking at for a long time. And it's still for sale, and I want to know why it's still for sale. But anyway, we're going to look at it tomorrow. And what I like about it is there's electricity close by already, which means we won't have to pay the $7,000 to pull electricity to the property. So, but we're going there tomorrow, and then I get to talk to that guy about his stories. Yeah, I'm leaving here pretty soon. 15 minutes scripted, I'm leaving anyway, because I got to get up early tomorrow morning to go meet him at 11, which means we got to leave here at 8:30. But hopefully tomorrow night when I get back, I'll go live. Yeah, anybody that wants to call in can call in. Good night, sweetie. God bless you. Anyone that wants to call in but wants me to take it down, I'll be glad to. Call in, tell your story, and then ask me to delete it, and it's gone. I have no problem doing that. So her and I can go about what happened in Fouke, because we had a ball. But any of you guys that want to call me or call in, just tell me. For the people in buffering? I'm buffering? I don't see it buffering. That's just weird. So all you got to do is, if you're interested in coming on here and telling your, give me your phone number and I'll call you. And then just tell me in your email that you want it deleted, and that's what we'll do. Come on, babies. You're buffering? I'm buffering again? It doesn't show me buffering. Does that mean we have something close by? Because I'm not buffering. Oh, I see it. Yep, now I see it. It's trying to. Yeah, that's just weird. I think that's weird. Come on, babies. It's pretty out here tonight. Everything's crisp. All that smoke is gone. Why? Why does it make you nervous? Oh my gosh. If I'd have been able to catch those bombs today, you guys would have flipped. Man, it's horrible. Yeah, I'm freezing. But that's not why I'm leaving. I'm leaving because I gotta get up early. I'm not even sitting as close to the window as I normally do because I'm cold. Yeah. I don't see the kitties either. Yeah, well, I'm a dummy. I'll camp out in places that are highly active, and I just get excited. Yeah, I don't catch them. I'm just crazy that way. Electric onesies. They better be battery operated. I don't have electricity in it. We back? Craziness. Camo jammies. It'll work, but try. You will. God bless you. I'll see if I can't get him on camera tomorrow and upload it. If not, I'll see if I can't get him to record. If he still says no, then I'll try to remember the story. And I hope I sleep. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Bye.